Hello. Oh, we got peoples. Hello, all the peoples. Please tell me I have sound. Do I have sound? I got sound. It's been a bit. How is everybody? Hello. Oh, dang it. Sorry. It's just not a podcast if I don't smack the mic. All right. Yay. Okay. It's been a hot minute. And literally, it's been a hot minute. It's been like brutally hot here. So, yeah, much needed vacation. So tonight, oh, we got peoples. Hello, we got lots of new peoples. Um, I know, well, depends. Um, um, so welcome everybody back to Sandwalking. It's been a hot minute. Tonight we've got some giveaways. I've got a game key giveaway. I've got some DLCs, one of each of the DLCs, and I have a key that was generously donated to me for the mural of pain that came with the tea. So we've got some stuff to give away. We've got the PowerPoint. I am out of practice. I am so out of practice. So we will hopefully have a nice, good stream tonight. The PowerPoint is kind of big because it's been about 6 weeks, so it's a bit chunky. I have been grabbing stuff for the next couple of episodes too to kind of disperse it, but it just means you guys are doing stuff. There's lots of stuff going on, even with the power extra power thing that they've given us for the summer. There's people doing things, so I'm excited. I'm excited. It is chunky. It is chunky. So many thanks to everybody showing up. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, I'm gonna stall for a moment while I wait for ads because there's always an ad roll here pretty early on, and then we'll get into it. For those of you who are new, my name is Dead Woman Walking, Meg. Been gaming for a bit. Someone had a very interesting conversation today about, I say interesting conversation, about how I don't play games. I game, I do stuff, and that's okay. Hey, Sorvina. Hey, there we are, Sorvina. Lots of games for lots of people to play. Of course, lately Dune is my jam. Kind of bounce between Dune and Conan lately and Sympalia, and we got an ad starting in a moment, so I'm going to stall with anything important until after that so nobody misses anything. Of Tetris. I really suck at Tetris. I have terrible spatial relations, and I suck at Tetris. That was just never my jam. Pong. I played a lot of Pong. Then what else did we play? Gosh, I mean, there was stuff on the Amiga. There was some RTS stuff on the Amiga that we played. The original World of Warcraft stuff that was the RTS, and if you kept poking the orcs, they'd be like, "Why are you stop poking me?" So I mean, yeah, we people have we game, and that's okay. So the ad starts in 3 seconds, and so now I'm just gonna babble while we wait because I don't think I've played Command and Conquer. I've slept since then. I know it's a popular game. I know it's a popular game. I just don't recall Command and Conquer. The clicking of the sheep. Yes, I remember the sheep because that was around the time you could also there was the little Windows app thing that you could drop the sheep on your desktop. I don't remember if I've played Command and Conquer. Not that I recall. But y'all remember there was the sheep that you could drop on your desktop. There were there's oranges you could drop on your desktop. So games come and go, and times change. Remember playing the old Dragonlance games on the Amiga, and then we moved and got a Intel. It was a 486, and it was so overclocked to try and play those games. I mean, yeah, now they have good emulators. So ad break ends in 24 seconds, and then we can get to it. It's all good. It's all good. So come on, 10 seconds. But I saw an ad today for a new, I don't know, I guess it's a new Warhammer game. Yes, there's lots of options. Okay, so we are back. Dead Woman Walking, I game, I do stuff. For those of you interested, I cannot find for the life of me my post-it notes that had my notes for the stuff that we can do. So we've got exclamation point. Aha, there it is. Exclamation point. Merch. We'll show you my merch stuff that my son has done. The merch. We got merch. So I got like this and things like that cup. Spice cup. Oh, my keys aren't working. Dang it. The bot, of course, the bot is dead. Story of my life. Dead bot. But I do have merch. We also have a Discord where we just sit and talk nerd stuff. There's no obligation to do much. We talk Dune, we talk Conan, we talk a lot of Warhammer. Warhammer's got its own thread, in fact. So yeah, we just hang out and do stuff. Yeah. You say that, don't. Anyway, a reminder when I have the PowerPoint up that I can't see anything going on Twitch. So if there's shenanigans, I can't see. If you guys are doing great, cool stuff, I'm sorry, I can't see it. If people are being naughty, y'all need to let me know so I can say something. But first, I have my notes here because I always have my notes. We were going to look at, so I do have a Memory of Pain Team Mural giveaway. I have a Water Wars code. I have a Raiders giveaway. I have a key for the Lost Harvest, which has the really cool story. If you haven't played it, it's good. One full game key. And so one of the things that the devs left us on right before they went on holiday was the new trailer. And I'm really kind of surprised people aren't talking about the trailer because there's lots of story hints. And so let's see if I can remember how to do the buttons because I legitimately have forgotten many of the buttons. So console trailer, yes, okay. We know this story.
The past has you. You think that who you were defines who you are. That's the trap. You are somebody.
I've been watching you stumble through the blood and sand.
You are the hidden hand. You hide in the future and the past.
Arrakis is the key. You have one task. Find the Fremen.
Feels like we always end up here. You bleeding to further our cause. The future is a trap. I want to be free to choose. Prepare yourself.
He who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
So lots of stuff coming in just a few weeks. There is no crossplay though between Steam and other platforms. So if you're on Steam, you're staying on Steam. You if you're on PlayStation, it's just PlayStation. Xbox is the Windows Xbox thing, and Xbox, those can sort of crossplay. But other than that, we're kind of separated off. Blame Sony. That's all I know. There is so many story hints there, and I'm really kind of surprised that people aren't talking more about things like the escape pod looking thing, and you know, we're obviously leaving Arrakis. Somebody's leaving Arrakis. We have Fenring trying to stab somebody. There's stuff going on. You know, but I know a lot of people, for them, that's not content. But for what we're expecting, they've told us, because it's already in the test bed, is the solo play, which has got a lot of testers on it. We're expecting consoles to launch, and the next story bit, which will wrap up the current story arc. But I think so many people are assuming that that means no more story, and I don't think that's true. Fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly, and we will have a story for much longer to come. So we shall see. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do the PowerPoint. I think it's supposed to be the end of book 1. So yeah, we're at this weird point where there's gaps between content drops, and there's something so addictive about this game is we run in and we rush through it, and then we have to wait, and that wait is very frustrating. I know I haven't played much over the summer because, well, it's been hot and we're waiting on content. I don't mind running testing stations, but it's not my idea of something I want to do 6 hours a day. I see people saying, well, I've got 4,000 hours in the game. I'm like, that's literally 6 or 7 hours a day every day for the last year. I would be bored too, you know? And it's okay to not do that if you're hating it. You know, don't do that. Okay. So let us see what I can do with the buttons here. I remember how to do this, because PowerPoint required some finagling. Okay, so we are going to look at a screen. We are going to look at that screen. We are on episode 12 of season 2. So I think that's like 38 episodes. I think that's not too shabby. Not too shabby. We've been there, we've done that. We've seen some stuff. We have the t-shirts. You know. Gamescom, if you are in Germany, goodness, this next week, they are going to be at Hall 6. I don't know if they'll have a big display like they did before, but they did say that they will have solo play available for people to play test. Iggy said they may or may not have an announcement, but not to expect a stream, because they just said they weren't going to do it this time. So maybe after. He was very vague and didn't really, I don't know, I didn't get the vibe that we were getting like a big announcement, because we already know it's coming in the September drop, because it's already in a test bed. Last stream that they did for the anniversary, they gave us some stats. Excuse me. In a year, I'm kind of surprised we only made 380,000 crawlers, to be honest. I figured we'd have a lot more, but 17,000 of those got eaten. So, you know, it is what it is. So, now, I'm curious. 7 million. That's got to be 7 million kilometers worth, because it's got a decimal in there. So we got to scoot that over. We've made a lot of land claims. We've made a lot of land claims. Almost 3 million bosses killed. There is an achievement for killing bosses. So, you know, But see, it says 7,000.36 kilometers squared. There's a comma and a point squared. They need to put it back in freedom units. But that's a lot of bosses killed. It's a lot of building pieces used. But I wonder if that's also we build, we break down. We build, we break down. 11 million Landsrad missions completed. And, we talk about how they are not exciting. They can get grindy very quickly. And I only run ones that look interesting to me. I want this particular spec, and I'm going to only run this spec because I tried that for about 2 days, and I was like, no, let's not do that. So I'm like, I have the energy and interest in this one over here, and I have the energy and interest in that one, and that's what I run. That's almost 1 billion liters of blood. That's the Mark IV blood extractor. That thing is it's like 1.5 meters long. It's not small. I like that there's it's 120 about 130,000 bases reconstructed, and so that says from the character transfers from December to February, if I'm reading that correctly. So that's a lot of people who have moved that they're still playing, which is great. 33 billion in taxes. I'm so glad that mechanic went away. And 56 billion, I guess it's spice melange consumed. We're a bunch of addicts. We are absolutely a bunch of addicts. I wish we had gotten the full tax system that they had talked about, that they teased beforehand where the starter car would show up. And I got the impression when Joel was talking about it that they were also a bit sad too that it didn't work as they had hoped it would. But it just didn't work out that way. They ran into, I guess, some time constraints or some technical constraints, and it just didn't happen. It would have been nice. It would have been very nice. And hey, maybe in a future map, because we're getting the polar region, maybe we'll get a space where we have to pay taxes there. The name of the red dude, they never come back again. I don't miss the old Landsrad where we had to do all the turn-ins. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. As far as the difference in characters transferred and bases reconstructed, we saw sitting in the official Discord a lot of people coming in asking questions about the transfer system. We tried to give good instructions, and some of the tooltips weren't clear and whatever. And there were a lot of people moved not reading the tooltips at all, and then they were, homeless because they didn't read the instructions. Hey, Bob. Didn't read the instructions, and I just realized I didn't set up the raffles. So when we get that far, I will have to take a minute because I'm dumb. In my defense, I was sitting here all day thinking I've forgotten stuff. This is from June, I think, early June, late June, early July. There was a lot of concern in the official Discord about people were worried that with console launcher solo play that there would be no more development in the multiplayer worlds. And so Iggy had dropped this. Like I said, I'm wanting to say this was from late June. But, just because console launch is coming doesn't mean no content's coming. There's always, there's room for things. One doesn't necessarily negate the other. So things that are coming in September. So we've got the introduction of single player. This is already in the test bed, and there's like more than 1,000 people now in the test client Discord testing things. And there's going to be more who aren't in the Discord because we get people in the official Discord asking questions about that, not realizing that there's a test Discord. So if you are testing, do join the test Discord. There's lots of conversation going around. There's places for feedback, places for bug reports, places to go, oh yeah, I'm not the only person who all my NPC disappeared, because that apparently is a common bug. The epic conclusion of book 1. See, that's another clue. If we look at that, they are someplace. It reminds me of the end of Carthage. Where we're in there with the mother and Xantera. Sort of reminds me of. The character-centric experience, the start menu is changing, and again, you can see that in the test client. It's kind of cool. Some scalability and game customization is coming in the solo play that I think a lot of people will like. It's not as flexible as Conan, but it does have sliders and things where you can adjust. You want to be a god, you can be a god. You want to adjust the difficulty, you can adjust the difficulty. And make things tougher. You can adjust like your dehydration levels and things like that, your durability. So you can really give yourself some playability. If you just want to build, you can free build essentially. You still need a fife, but you can build without materials. So you can go in there and just go play with it for a bit. I don't think a lot of people will abandon multiplayer for it, but I know since before the game launched, solo mode has been really requested. I don't know if it's the most requested thing, but it has been requested. People are just like, I don't have the time or energy or the want to play a live service game. A lot of people don't have that. And I think this is not going to, I just think it's going to add more options. I think it's going to add more options. We'll see how it goes. They've added more contracts. The way some of the contracts work now are a little bit different now. In Derek. Now, as you complete contracts for Derek, you will find the next ones in the trade posts at the contract board. At the beginning, when you first cross to go to Anvil, and you can see the initial contracts, some of them won't appear initially. You'll have to complete some to open some, but one that's there now is for the Mentat trainer. It tells you where the Mentat trainer is. So it's added some clarity for people who, especially new players, who Derek is such a pain to find. And this will add some flexibility, and some people will not be wanting to beat their heads quite so hard on the desk to find Derek or to complete things. This I think will be a great option for some people. The deep desert in this one will not wipe. There has been some feedback, because that means whatever map you get when you go out there is the map you got, and so that means there are certain testing stations for certain things drop, and it's the only place it drops. What if that's not on your map? I don't know. That's a valid concern. We've already got character transfers. We know you can transfer in officials all over as much as you want. You can transfer. Won't that affect Intel? So here's the thing about Intel. That is a very good question, whether it will impact Intel because respawns. The Coriolis hits on solo play like every 6 hours. That is a good question. I don't know that one, because I've been testing on more of a jacked up speed run. So I jacked up my Intel because we only got a short window. That is a good question. I would definitely ask that in the PTC Discord. And this one is a good one. So the journey step now, when you initially finish everything, the mandatory stuff in Haga Basin South, the journey step for crossing the gap had you abandon your old base. Now the backup tool is Copper Tier, and your task now is, instead of abandoning your base, you move your base. So it gets that out of the way. You're moved. No more running back and forth. No more risking loss because we're making umpteen runs. No more, oh my gosh, what do I take for new players? It alleviates some of that stress for new players to not have to worry. And it's a little tutorial for the base backup tool, which was quite handy. We also know coming soon, after we will have the polar caps. Now, I know there's been lots of speculation on, they lowered it to, the BRT will be lowered to copper tier in this next update. There's been speculation on when the polar caps will drop, and I think my gut's saying in October. I'm just pulling that date out of the air. And the reason I'm pulling it out of the air is we know there's movie tie-in stuff. There's going to be movie tie-in stuff because the whole plan is tied in with the movies. And I think we'll get movie tie-in stuff at the start of December. I don't think they'll wait till December 18th to do it because Nimrod, you remember back in the day on Conan 2019 December, they did an update the day before they went out on holiday breaks for 2 weeks. And stuff broke. It broke bad. And it was a disaster. And some stuff wasn't fixed until like February. So I don't think they'll repeat that again. We know that for Conan, they give the summer durability break, the summer break, and the winter break. So I think they'll do the same thing for Dune. I think we've got a summer break. We'll have a break in the winter time over Christmas break when the office goes out for 2 weeks. So I don't think we'll get it on the 18th. If we get something tie-in, I think it'll be a December event thing. This is all speculation on my part. They'll tell us when they tell us. They're not going to tell us until they have an exact date. Yeah, they close up over Christmas. I remember in beta when they closed up over Christmas, they're like, "Go touch grass." They shut the whole thing down. They closed the test bed and everything. And we were sitting in the Discord going, "Give it back." So they shut down over that time. So I don't think we'll get it on the 18th. Whatever event or gimme they give, I don't think that'll be. I think it'll be closer to the start of December. Simply because of the same reason. A lot of people aren't going to be gaming over holiday break. People are doing family things. People are traveling. And if it's a limited window thing, then people would miss it. So I think if they do it that way, it'll be at the start of December. Gamescom is this week, coming up. Yeah, it's next weekend. Okay. Because I had the slide in there twice. Lucky me. There's like 85 slides, so bear with me. This was the most recent blog posts. Content planned. Not really. Any plans to improve PvP? Yes, they plan to improve PvP. They've got a backlog. But I think they need to do a lot of things for the game first. They need to redo skills before they touch PvP, because otherwise it's just going to rebalance and everything. That would be my guess. The current battle system, there's discussions. Things are out of whack. They agree they're out of whack. Hopefully they'll get them fixed. So these are some of the things that we can change in the solo play. We can enable or disable Sandstorm. So if you're wanting to build and just get stuff done, harvest multipliers, you can make it easier or harder to get things. Experience rate multipliers. Again, you can make yourself a god before you leave Huggo Basin South. Base building limits, item durability settings, base decay rates. What drops on death. If you want to make it really hard, you can just do a full drop on death every time. So you have some more options than what we've had before. The Landsrod is simulated. It runs pretty neck and neck. I've seen Hark win. I've seen Atreides win. You can adjust your Landsrod contributions. It's only 4,000 now instead of 70,000 to win, because it runs much shorter. The cycle is much shorter. If you've got 3 options to vote for and you don't like any of them, you can spend a little melange and re-roll your options. So you have a lot more power and control over what's going on in your world than we do currently. So So there's the settings that come up with single and multiplayer. It's a whole new menu when you start. Um, Character stuff's gonna be, you'll see your options. You want to take your multiplayer character on this world, multiplayer character on that world, or your solo play. You can still transfer as before. You can go from official to official. You can go from official to private. As privates and self hosts that allow transfers between them. I know Nitrado allows some other ones to come into them. Not everyone does. You can move in between them. Solo play is its own database, though. So you whatever you do in solo play stays in solo play. But again, you can tweak the stuff so you can just run up and do whatever you like. Do you remember those tattoos from the stream where she did the art while we were working? These are going to be showing up in the September launch. Thank you, Paolo, for grabbing these for me. Those are called Sandworm Eye. So that's the Sandworm one. And this one's the Maker's Mark. And there's a matching arm tattoo. If you guys remember, there's a matching arm tattoo. It goes with this one. So those look pretty cool. I think some people might disable it to play or build, but I don't think it's going to be people turning it off to the extent that people are not playing Dune. But really, I mean, we play Conan. There's mods that make that not Conan. There's mods that you can do. I've seen like a neon tech cyberpunky looking thing for Conan. I've seen other genre fantasy things done to Conan. So it's your own game. You play like you want. Play like you want. Okay. Concept art. So we've seen some of Filippo Augusta's stuff before. So you can disable the small worm, but but the grandfather worm does not have a toggle to disable it because it's not a mobile thing that you can turn on and off. It's not an object that you can add and remove in the same fashion. So that was not toggleable yet. It's not toggleable yet. But this was all the stuff for the water shippers for the polar caps because they were supposed to ship at the same time. Some of the suits. This one, we haven't seen too much of Ginny Lambertson. I've not seen too much of her work. But lots of concept stuff that didn't end up in the game. Of course, the GIMP suit that we all know and well. I know. There's so much great concept art that I hope that they can come back to in the game. Now, we've seen Fenring's coat. We just saw it in the new trailer. Those mutton chops, though. We do need more social clothes. I mean, people have been asking for them, and I think the role players, the dollhousers that kept Conan running for so long with those DLCs, I think would do the same for Conan. Give it for Dune. Give us stuff to buy. People will buy it. People like drip, and people like placeables, and we need stuff. We will pay for stuff because we like it. I did not know that one. Now we know. According to int, grandfather worm style disabled. So, but the great thing is you can all the toggles except for that one you can do on the fly. The worm you have to restart the game, but you can turn it off and on pretty easily. but so much drip. This is by Gabriel Blaine. You can see it's a very small bottom. Some more concept art. I'm gonna guess these are different Bene Gesserit outfits, but we see all these really great NPC outfits in Hardcore Village and Arakeen. Just more, local clothes. We need more. We do want it all. Just something, we never have a reason to use it, but we want it. And some mannequins to put them on, because they finally gave us those in Conan. You want to give us, come on, guys. We know you know how. Give it to us. I want to know how this artist got his name. Josh Badger Attack. But more concept art. I know they do look great. I think it's one of my favorite things to do is go and look for all of the art and things. There's the color palettes that they were using. So there's lots of this, there's lots of ideas, a lot of work, and a lot of passion that has gone into getting the game where we are right now. And I think that's a great thing. The community roundup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the huge mistake of exiting out of this so I can open up the thing so we can do a draw for some keys. Let me do... Because... I need to set that up. Because I'm dumb. Okay, where is Cloudbot? Nope, commands. We're gonna do a giveaway. Okay. Why is this being difficult? Okay. Commands. Where's my giveaways? I know. This is bugging me because now I just clicked a button. Let's try something here. Aha! I clicked a button. So let me see if I can get this to work properly. Aha! And where is my giveaway that I've done before? Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, so let's start. The bot's back. With a Lost Harvest DLC. Hold on, give me a minute. It will be ! raffle to enter. You have to be on Twitch, unfortunately. It's not set up on YouTube, so I'll give you guys a moment who are on YouTube that want to enter to hop on over to Twitch, and then we'll do a giveaway for the Lost Harvest DLC. I haven't hit the button yet. Are we ready? Is everybody ready? Okay. Lost Harvest. Here we go. You got 2 minutes. You don't want to enter it. All right. Ideally what's going to happen is people, the winner will DM me on Discord afterhand because that way I can give it to you direct that way and kind of make sure it's all safe and secure. For those of you who haven't run this particular DLC, it's oodles of fun, and I say that I was really surprised how excellent that one particular one was. So you guys got a minute left. Yay, we got new peoples. We always like new peoples. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. I did ask about getting keys and things for consoles because I would like to be able to share and give stuff to consoles. They said they would see what they can do. I don't know how console keys and things like that work, but these are for Steam at this time. You got 30 seconds left, exclamation point raffle, to go into an entry to win the Lost Harvest DLC. It comes with the skins. It comes with the tread bike. Servina loves the tread bike. Oh, that's good to know. 9, 8, 7. Servina loves the tread bike. Absolutely. Okay. So our winner is Tortoise. Let me write that down. TS. You're going to DM me on Discord, and I will give you your key. Yay! Congrats. Let me complete that particular giveaway. Yay! I hope you enjoy it. So let's take a quick detour, and I have the alpha footage that some people have seen, some people haven't seen, of the polar caps, because I think there's some concern that the map will be very small. Someone's like, it's going to be the size of Windpass. I don't think it's going to be the size of Windpass. We've seen the strategy table for the polar region. If you've played in Windpass any at all, you've seen the strategy table. And from this, it looks like, because we've got some ice in the background, we've got some tundra here. Of course, we've got the looks like a testing station up there. We know that Joel said there'd be some story there, and we know if you've played Chapter 3, that is a direct hook into the polar regions. So I don't think it'll be small. I think it'll be bigger than I think it'll be bigger than Windpass. I mean, this definitely implies it's a much larger map. The fact that we will need to be able to build there with fire, we got fireplaces, and if you've played Conan, you know that they know how to do cold. So I'm excited to see. I hope that there's some danger there with the cold. I legitimately hope that we have some serious danger with the cold. Okay. Yes. We should be able to build there because they let slip in the PTC at one point that there was cold weather gear and there's fireplaces as an option for us to add to our bases. We can have 5 fireplaces on a max staked base. So we know that there's some stuff up there. Lore wise, what can replace the worm? Off the top of my head, I don't recall. I remember it being cold. And I don't think there's tigers there yet. Can they keep the dust out of No, we cannot keep the dust out. I don't remember about the tigers. I've slept since then. Now, they did say some time back that they were looking at adding more local flora and fauna because we know there's scorpions and centipedes and things like that. So we know those things exist. And that would be really great. I remember going through the whole beta being afraid to go at the bottom of the rift because I'm like, that would be the time that they test those. They just throw them out there at us and say, don't die. But we didn't get them. So I'm hoping we get some. I'm hoping we get some. Before we do the next... if Kaysen's here, we played Conan for a bit. And there's these giant taxidermy spiders. And I put one outside the door to his house. So when he'd open the door to leave, there'd be a giant taxidermy spider there. If you if you played Conan, the spiders are big. There was much screaming, and it was great. See, that would be cool. That would be cool. Just come out and have a go at us. You know what? I think we will do. We've done Lost Harvest. Let's go and do a water shipper giveaway. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is for the water shipper DLC exclamation point raffle. Same thing. This one's doesn't have a story with it. It's just the Water Wars DLC. It's got the building pieces we just saw. It's got some skins. It's got a rapier skin, that kind of thing. Oh, come on. Water Wars. It's fun. I got the best, sleekest Ornithopter variant. Also playing around in the PTC, there's a skin that goes on the Thopters for finishing the water shippers, and it looks good on that particular vehicle, on the water shipper variant. It is, and it looks good with pretty much all the colors. Yeah, you can totally share it. It's just a code, so you can give it to anybody you like. You don't have to use it yourself. So yeah. Once it leaves my hands, you can do with it as you will. Some people have. Some people have. If you know, you know. Some people went that way with it. But hey, by all means, share away. Share away. Got 19 seconds left on a Water Wars DLC. Yeah, I try not to think about we have moved on. Moved on. 2 seconds. Okay, we can no longer enter. We're going to pick our winner. Satan's Crazy X. Drop me a DM afterwards and I will give you your key. Congrats. All right. So let's cut back to our PowerPoint. I may have figured out how to do this without breaking everything. Alrighty. Community Roundup. I know they did miss some pieces. I did ask for people to give me stuff for the community. So this was given to me by Aiden. This is for the companion app. It's got a map overlay and some tracking and stuff that a lot of people find helpful. I don't know. I don't use it, but there it is. Dune Gaming Tools companion app. Someone gave me this. There is a Death Race. Nut Muttons. I'm afraid to ask. On Pixis, which is North America. Siege Leg in the Deep Desert. Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They've sent some pictures of some of the stuff that they've done. I know this one's not a great picture. I have a better one of that particular picture where they've gone out and done some races. I find it interesting. So they've got one in the deep desert and they've got one in the siege. I have wondered, and we just can't seem to get our guild together because we're all across different time zones, about doing a race. Our guild base is over the rift. So like we could do a race out the hangar into the rift, out the rift, down and around in a similar fashion. But we just can't get the people together. It happens. Oh no. Anyway. Someone on Reddit, Swifty Wifty on Reddit, did everyone a solid and got all of the placeables with their color swatches. The shield, because no one wants to go right through the radiation. But here's all of the swatches and what they look like on the different placeables. If you are interested, you can find it again on Reddit by Swifty Wifty. I think that was a solid community bit of service right there. It is missing the factional ones, which are black and red and green. The Atreides one looks a lot like ECAS without the yellow. And of course, Moritani looks, if you replace that kind of gray, there's red in it. Which makes sense. Moritani. I think Harkonnens want to be Moritani when they grow up. To tell you, you know, we do need more. We need some variety. We need some more variety in our swatches. This one I found. This one was from a poster named Garden Safe on the Reddit group called Lego Science Fiction. And I thought it was pretty darn cool. They did some custom Lego pieces. And Moritani, yeah, are like, there's like rabid badgers, you know? I know the font was just nubs. Is that not clever though? I wish I was this clever. That is super cute. That is very cool. This one was some art submitted by Seru on the official Discord. I thought it was pretty cool. They showed some of the concept bits as they were working through. Very green. But there they are. Yeah. If you've played, you know. Shaders. We fight the shaders. The console players will never know the pain of shaders. They'll never have the joy of shaders. This one was posted in the official Discord by Air Obvious. That was a very nice spider about to jump on somebody. Very cool. Arachnus Deathicus. This one was called Spice Operations by Turtley on the official Discord. I thought this was a great shot because they've got someone down there at the bottom. Compiling shaders. This is from Alaskan Care on the official Discord. She does some streaming stuff. She does some things. I've seen lots of operations out in the deep desert, so do give her a watch if you're interested in seeing some DD stuff. Compiling shaders. I know. I know. This is art by Spooky on the official Discord. Some Atreides armor. I think that looks really good. I like they've done such a good job with the light. So Sabrina, tell me you like shaders without telling me you like shaders. She's gonna come kill me. Artemis Bright on the official Discord. If you aren't already keeping track, Artemis Bright also does a lot of stuff on Pimp My Dune, which is another great website to go find different builds of different types. And Artemis Bright does a ton of amazing builds. Definitely go, check out his stuff on the Discord. Go check out his stuff on Pimp My Dune because you will be impressed. Seriously impressed. I don't know how he does it, but he does. Axiomatic on Reddit. Thank you for taking a picture in the daylight of a black set because that is so hard to see. That is really impressive. I want to know how they did that. But that looks good. It is a basic rectangle, but they made it look good. Because that means it still has the functionality of a rectangle with all of the space inside, but it looks good. Dune Steam Machine. This one was from Blinding Sun on the official Discord. So Blinding Sun likes water, but not repairing their wings. But they like water. That's a lot of water. Repairing wings is overweighted. It makes me twitch just to see that. Brickchan on the official Discord. I know. I was just thinking because that is such a popular spot, and there's you can see where the road switches back there. I think there is, if you look at the top left, where there's the stacked garage, you can see there's space underneath it. So I think there's a throughway underneath there. I hope there is. So this one was from Brickchan. That's another person who does a lot of amazing builds. You can sometimes find them on Reddit, I think, but mostly I see them on Discord. So on the official Discord, there is a screenshots Discord channel at the back. This is from Birdank on Reddit, and that is a bunch of carriers. That's a bunch of Thopters that they've built out of building pieces because they could, and that is super impressive. I'm seeing that. I don't know what they have going on underneath there. I know. I don't know if we're seeing what we're seeing there. Oh, they've got that. That's probably a big square with the edges cut off, which you can't see because of the building. You can hide the squareness of it. This one's from Coyote on the official Discord. They had a well-placed container. The container is very happy to be there. Crispy Heathen Drop this one in the official Discord of some spice operations. I do believe Crispy Heathen likes to go into the PvP side, so it might explain why their harvester is looking a little rough. Busy people. This is from Dario on the official Discord. I think, and I've mentioned this before, I think most of us who take screenshots, a good half of anybody's screenshot roll is going to be shots like this one, where it's just scenic and we just go, wow. You know, the game is just so scenic, you just stop and you're like, I don't care, I'm going to stand out here. This is some art from Daybreaker. This was on ArtStation. ArtStation has a lot of the Funcom artists on it, as well as people just doing their own Dune art. This is from Depain. And I thought this was the Atreides uniform, I believe they had at the start, and they've dyed it blue. That is great. That is great. Because they've got the helmet from the Spectre. You can't deny that's awesome looking. Yeah. It never occurred to me to dye that uniform. But now I'm going to have to. But now I'm going to have to because it's blue. And it looks good in blue. Some screenshots from Dead Serious on the official Discord. I think, is it Dead Serious or Half Dead? I think it looks, I mean, that's an interesting look, and I think this is from the archive. If you know, you know, you've been there. She's looking a little rough. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, yeah. So weekly storm buildup. What you were going to love about the solo test, the solo game, is the Coriolis happens about every 6 hours. It does not dump you off. It's just a big storm comes down, drops a bunch of lightning. Don't go out in it, and it moves on. So we can now see what the Coriolis storm looks like every day if we want, and get all those great build-up shots and lightning shots and the sun just right in the clouds shots that we want, because we'll be there. I'm looking forward to that. Hold on. So now I've got some more keys to give away. So we've done Lost Harvest, we've done the Water Wars. So let's do a Raiders of the Broken Lands, which is another cool building set. Exclamation point will get you entered. There we go. We got buttons. Again, you can give them away to people if you like. You don't have to keep it, but there it is. Oh, come on. Oh, ads. Hold on. I will cancel the giveaway. Let me know when the ad is over, and then I will restart. Thank you for letting me know. I can't see stuff on Twitch when I got, because the PowerPoint, to get the PowerPoint big, it takes up my whole other screen. So let me know when it's over. In the meantime, we will sit here and babble about nothing. Oh, are we back? Are we back from ads? Okay. So we're going to do the Raiders of the Broken Lands DLC key. You can give it away. There we go. 2 minutes. Let's try it. Are we still got a minute? I hate ads. Okay. I'll wait till that's over. We're gonna wait. But while we're waiting, I'm gonna set up to add the oh no, we're gonna give that away. Hold on. Okay, that custom giveaway the mural of pain. Got that one to give away too. The memory of pain. Mural. Okay. All right, let me know when the ads are over because I cannot see. I'm excited to know what, I mean, I've got lots of speculation on where the story can go. Okay, they're over? Are we all clear? Okay. We got story speculation too that we got to do. Hold on. Okay. Raiders of the Broken Lands. Now let's go. Now we can do it. You know, with Gamma, you never can tell. You never can tell. We all have our moments, though. Someone came into the official Discord yesterday and was asking about how much the Discord has changed. And I was like, it's changed a lot in the last year. You know, 2 years ago, there was a big aggressive move about people wanting directional melee combat, and Iggy was like no, and I guess some people got really aggressive with it. There was some bans. Happened from that one, and then it calmed down. And for a long time, the most aggressive things going on were polls about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. There's a lot of that. The Discord's changed a lot. Iggy is numb to DMC now. I think he is over it. I think he is absolutely over it. I think between all the stuff from the Discord at that time, and then all the NDA breaks from the beta testers that you could always tell when a wave came through because they would always be lost and confused. And the big, what is the definition of early war of 2025? That was hilarious because people were like, and we see it's one of the reasons I think that we're not going to get a plan again, because you know, if it said second quarter and it didn't drop March 1st, people lost their minds. And it's like, it's just, you know, give it time. Okay, so pick a winner. Int. That was for the Raiders. DM me afterwards and I will give you the key at that time. Okay. Let's pick up with our woohoo PowerPoint of Doom. We're about halfway through. Thank you, Kink. Evie. For those of you who are not familiar with Evie's pretty frequent poster on the official Discord. He's also kind of my go-to guy now when people have questions about what's going on in Harmony. He's got a lot of stuff going on in Harmony. He does. He's got PvP stuff. He's always welcoming new people to Harmony. So if you are in the official Discord or are curious about what's going on in Harmony, Evie's the guy to talk to. The Fank Pink guy. Yeah, he paid for his pink. This is the evil Shai Halud from the official Discord. Someone shared that. Thought it was nice. People putting their art out there is always interesting. This one is from Force M on the official Discord. This is the big shy guy. This was a great screen capture. And I think there's a talent to getting your HUD off and still catching a good picture. Because I'm very much, at that point banging on the keys. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Because that was a brown, that was very up close. That was definitely a brown pant moment because they waited to the last minute. And when the camera pans, you're to be able to get the HUD off at the same time is definitely challenging. So they got a really great shot with that one. This is from Frog Boy on the official Discord showing off their hangar. Just hanging out. I got another one from a Gamma Squirrel. They dropped a bunch of images this last week. They're always dropping great screenshots. Post-storm. Yeah, Dusty Burb. You're very welcome. You drop great screenshots. Hagar's tea shop from the official Discord. Or was it my Discord? I forget. When they did the anniversary event and everybody got the tea shop pieces. This is from Hagar's tea shop with the water shippers building stuff in the background. It's very intimate. I like the way the lighting came out. It's very cozy. We need a piano, like in the background or something. It is a nice shot. It's a very nice shot. This is from Jimbodiah on the official Discord. I think the water shipper lights, being that warm color, looks so nice with the sandy haze. It just lights up in a beautiful kind of way. Yeah, we need more placeables. This goes back to what we said at the start. We need more placeables. We need more stuff. We will pay for stuff. This is from Jot on the official Discord. Yeah, 80s street lights. I like that. That's a good like the old salt lights. The water shipper lights are probably my favorite ones. That looks like they're in one of the Masquerade places inside the Udom, and the storm comes through and the sun's just right. You get this beautiful orange haze. We do need the candles. Something I noticed in the PTC, if you run Smuggler's Run, around the gates, right, you get those red candles. They're no longer red anymore. They're like blue and green. So as you pass through, they change colors. I thought it was an interesting change because I'm like, you made them blue and green, which is great, except for the person who's blue-green colorblind, which is like a chunk of guys. I don't know. But this one is a great shot. This one's from Cal on the official Discord. He's out in the storm and he is tripping. I remember them changing colors, but I don't remember them being blue and green. I haven't been on live this last 2 weeks because I've been in the test bed. That is a great shot. All the judgy sand people. Are elevators thinking machines? That is a good question. That is a very good question. This one's also from Cal. I don't normally do back-to-back ones, but so who built this? Because that is amazing. We need someone who's good at building to deconstruct these pieces and make a Star Wars Nightcrawler. GD. It was a great build. I am envious of people who can just look at a bunch of random pieces and go, yeah, I can put it together and make it this. This is from Cat Ad Astra on the official Discord. Again, you're looking at those triangle pieces, and you get it to do the thing, and I'm like, how? You know, welcome to the DDI. Pretty much. I like how you can fly through it. It would. I mean, seriously. Especially if you land in the spots where there's that bug that has the worm sign. That would be very cool. This is from Kawa on the official Discord. They were showing off their library. See, we need more of this stuff. We need more rugs. We need more wall stuff. The Atreides lights and the water shipper lights look so good here. I absolutely love this one. This is what I mean. When people talk about what are you doing in the game, they're doing a couple million testing stations, or we're spending 20 hours putting bookshelves in. It's both valid, right? It's both valid. The water shipper lights do look good in this one. I am not a good base builder. I build boxes. I build boxes. I can do it in Conan, but for some reason in Dune, I'm just like. King Brad. King Brad is another guy who posts to Facebook. He posts to Pimp My Dune. He's got lots of great and amazing builds. So if you are running inspiration, Pimp My Dune is one website I highly recommend for people to go look at and get some options, so you can see all the cool stuff. And just make it look effort. They're like, oh yeah, I spent 10 hours doing this. I'm like, I hate you. It took me 8 hours to build the Thopter. Okay, that's because I had to take it apart at one point. This is from Marcy on the official Discord. Marcy's done lots of art here and there. They're sometimes active and sometimes not, but just a little Muad'Dib on the head. Muad'Dib. Just so sweet. That is so cool. I loved it. That's very cool. Sleepy Deeb. I know. It's a very sweet picture. You can't see it super well, but that is a Chris knife. Miles Nova on the official Discord 3D printed that. I have no idea. Some people don't think about their backgrounds. It probably would have looked good up against something darker. But a Chris knife. Quite nice. This is from Moyne Big Ben on Facebook. Another big build out on the sand. And I think we all know, is it weird that when we look at these pictures, like, I know where that is? I know exactly where that is. Because we know. Because we know. This is from Nothingness on the official Discord. And normally, nighttime pictures are too dark to see anything. But the water shipper lights, we're back to those amazing water shipper lights. This looks so good. And I'm wondering if this was... this looks like it's at the bottom of the rift. So we've got some sand effects. Maybe some storm buildup going on, where it's got a little hazy, a little sandy, so it really makes the lights pop. This, I think, could be cobalt production. Either way, this build looks so good. Looks so good. This is from Wolfpack on the official Discord. Yeah, I saw the blue light on the right, which made me think it was in the rift. How do it's got like waves on it? How do people do this? I know it's the curved pieces. How do people? It's like, I mean, with Lego at least you can manually put them together. This is all digital, so I mean. But see, this is what I'm saying with the solo game is now you can go and you can play with it. You don't have to worry about farming or anything. You can, adjust your hydration, whatever, so you don't die while you're out there building, and just build something. If you're building impaired like me, it would take me forever to figure out how to build something like this. And then once you figure it out, then you take it to the live game if that's what you want. It's very cool. This is from Ping on the official Discord, where they've decorated their tea house. I think there's, I've seen people ask, what can you mix and match as far as building sets? And I like that some of them feel hard to mix and match, but I like this red table here. Because it's a nice contrast to the green. Excuse me. A very nice contrast to the green. This was from Pooch on the official Discord. Water pieces go good. I like the ceilings. They do go good with a lot of things. This testing station, though, is hilarious to me. If you go through and listen to the story bits in it, is like, we're going to do this thing. What harm could it do? And you're like, did you not think this thing through? Did you guys not have a plan or put any consideration into, let's mix heroin with mind control plants? What's the worst could happen? We're going to mix heroin with mind control plants and then act shocked when stuff goes sideways because heroin plant. This is from Remus Anuda on Facebook. More, that's spider. What could possibly go wrong? It's all good. It's all good. I like the red and black. So you do like the legs and you do like a black body from the hark pieces. Just love how creative people can get. Put that like right at 12 o'clock, right in front of where people are spawning in. Come. Because that's where it belongs. It belongs right there. It belongs right there at 12 o'clock. This is from Ren Strauss on the official Discord. Stopped and took a scenic picture. I think that's the NVIDIA image capture doohickey thing, because that's not the regular print screen, but it looks good. That is a great setup. I have shared a scorpion or two over the last year. People have been really, really creative. I know. Just drive around and just like the way the moons line up with it, that is pretty kick-ass. So this is from Tadza on Reddit, coming back from their deep desert operations. That is a very expensive setup. You got 3 carriers and a harvester and the buggies. They went out to go get some stuff. They're coming back with the stuff. And there's 2 smaller thopters in the back that I can see. Kind of back there in the distance. It's a nice setup. They got a good screenshot with that one. We've all got these shots. This is from Sand Eater on the official Discord. I'm curious what the black smudges are on the left, though, off the top of my head. Spice Dream, maybe? The Haga Basin is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. From Scotosaurus Rec on the official Discord. The birds, yes. For those of you who know Scotosaurus, he's quite active in the official Discord. This was his warp core build that he did some time back. Again, this PowerPoint's been sitting for a month. Okay, but yeah, this is his warp core with see, the blue lights could be Harkonnen lights, or they could be the smuggler lights. Blue is Hark. See, that's what we're getting some options. There's a cool usage of blue lights. Nice build. This is from Shade Mora on official Discord. They did several posts with the caption of "I like skulls." So if you are interested in skull posts, Shade Mora has a bunch in the screenshot thread in the official Discord. Skulls. We got some. This one is from Sharpbriar in the official Discord. And again, I'm looking at the roof going, that is beautiful. That is so complex. How did they do it? And I'm just like, fuck it, give me a flat roof, because that is very complicated. It probably is, because there's a gap. So you're far enough in, it very likely is completely water sealed. And the window itself is not huge, and there's enough pieces covering it. So I believe that would be water sealed. That's pretty cool, though. Some art from Cyberhimmel on the official Discord via their Instagram. I like the use of color. Worm's a bit different, but hey. But it's cool. This is from something very German. Let me see if I can pronounce their name. Sir Chuckleswad. Because people don't put vowels in their names. But Sir Chuckleswad in the official Discord caught a sunset. I do speak German, but SIRCHKCLESWAD. Sir Chuckleswad on the official Discord. I think it's Chuckleswad, but they left that, you know how people write their names on Discord. They get creative. Yes, Chuckleswad. This is from Skullcat on the official Discord. That would be Smuggler's Run, I believe. We've taken that picture. And of course, we cannot miss or skip Sorvina shooting people, because that's what Sorvina does. This would have been in the Ring Pass, I believe. Because Sorvina kills people. Wherever Sorvina goes, there's piles. There's piles of bodies. Don't listen to her. She's a badass. This is from Decay on the official Discord. Another great shot with the sun. Sometimes when the light hits just right, those Atreides windows just look great. And again, those water shipper lights. This is from Teto in the official Discord, another buggy looking build. I like the yellow and black on the still suit. That's quite an interesting combination on the water shipper. I like it. A bit like a bee. Dropship? Could be. It looks cool regardless. I thought it was a nice addition. We're all about what the community is doing, right? This is what we do here. Wolverine, yeah. Give him dual blades and have him go at. This is from Troy on the official Discord. Share their deep desert base. I like the texture we've got going on the carrier. Oh, I dig it. We need more. Give us more. I know. We need more of those things. I was noticing with the new it's called Resplendent Seraph. It comes from the water shippers. If you finish the water shippers, you get a Thopter swatch. And if you put it on the Harkonnen skin Thopter, you can see a lot of the swirls really clearly. And on the Atreides one, you can see the Atreides eagle quite clearly too. So sometimes different colors make it pop differently. This is from Valka Arieltan on the official Discord with their Mentat. I'm not sure what it is they're looking at, but they're about to meet a little drone to the neck. I don't like that thing. I don't like the remote. It's a pain in the ass to use. How do you guys use this thing? It's awful. I remember early in the promotion right before launch, the Mentat had a skill that was similar to Prescience, and a different drone thing that they could use to scan an area, and it never made it very far because no one was using it. Yeah, it's again, they need a full skill rework. I think when everyone's using like the same 6 or 7 skills out of that whole tree, there's a problem. So we need more incentive to move them around. Not necessarily respec, but definitely try other things. This is from Von Slayer on the official Discord. A really nice shot of the Aurora. Yeah, they need reworked. We need, yeah. Okay, I will wait for the ads. Thank you guys for letting me know. When we come back, we're almost done with the PowerPoint. And we'll look again. I've got one more trailer it's an old one from closer to launch. And then we have we actually got a couple more things to give away. I've got a game key to give away, and we've got the Mural of Pain to give away still too. Hey, free from ads is good. I know it's a pain. Let me know when they go away for everybody because I can't see what's going on that side yet. I know it's a whole thing, but thank you guys for letting me know so I can stop. I feel like we okay. All good. Everybody finished with the ads. I don't say no to subs, but I understand why people don't do it. That's fair and reasonable. Ads don't pay much. Ads don't pay much. So, but here we are. Okay, are we all back? That one was from Von Slayer. This is from Warpath Warrior on the official Discord. And I think I've made several patios similar to this one where you've got like a table sitting out, you've got your drinks sitting out. And I do enjoy going and sitting out. And we have a big base in the Sheol. And every now and then going out and just sitting there because the worm goes really close to the rocks there. And listening to the wind blow by and the worm go by at night is really nice. That is a nice use of the railing. I've often wondered because it says gate railing, and I'm like, but that implies something goes in it like a gate, but we don't have a gate, so it feels weird. But this is an excellent use of it. It highlights kind of the space. It brackets the space up quite nicely. This is marked with love from Garrick. I don't remember where I found it, but someone being cute out there on Garrick. See, I would be worried about all those piles despawning. And I'd be mad because like if I go out there, it does say what I think it is. It is a dodgy eye. It takes dedication, but then you also that's a lot of waste. There's a high risk of waste of those piles. You know? I'm pretty sure it does say what we think it is. It's supposed I mean, with love from Garrick, it's a peen. It's definitely a peen. And this one was a shot from Xmeta on the official Discord. And that too is an excellent shot because the sun was just right. And the inner part of me is going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, because, it's radiation. That is an amazing pick, though. Because you can see all the debris floating. Looks really good. I'm not sure if that's a tyke or if that's something in the Sheol. I don't linger in the radiation zones because to me, between the green blur and the buzz, it is so disorienting for me. I try not to go in there very much. I definitely don't go alone because I get easily disoriented. But we survived another PowerPoint. We did. We absolutely did. There we go. Yay! So with that, thanks for the follows, guys. We have 2 more giveaways, right? So we have a game key to give away, right? Our game thing's going completely giveaway. So let's go ahead and give away the game key. It's marked complete, so that implies to me it's got the DLCs. I hope it does. Again, you can give it to your friends if you have a friend that has been kind of holding off. Also, if you have friends, where's my pen? You can buy the game from me. !Dune should take you to my linked page. So whenever the game goes on sale, it'll be the sale price. You can also buy Conan and all the DLCs. They'll be whatever the current price is. It won't change the price or anything for Conan or for Dune. So if they're on sale, I just get a little kickback for it. It helps. It helps. So let's do the game key. Let's start the giveaway. There we go. Again, you can give it to a friend. You can do whatever you want with it. People have. People absolutely have. Because some people be that way. But, you know, I was talking to someone. They were worried about people doing things or, you know, like selling the key or whatever. I'm like, you know, I can't control what other people do with this stuff. I give it in good faith. If they do things with it, that's not on me. That's their choice. So I don't do that. You know, I give the stuff away as I can, and here we are. Hopefully, I'm hoping weather will hold. We can do a couple more streams before September 22nd, and I'll have a couple more DLC keys to give away and another mural of pain or two to give away. I need to see how many I have left. Those were generously donated, and I'm grateful for them. We got 55 seconds left for a game key to give away. I know I've mentioned in the official Discord that sometimes creators do have game keys. They kind of come and go with when they give them to us to give away. And I don't know what other creators do with them, so I don't, you know, like so-and-so specifically has some they're going to give away, because I don't know. I try to give them away when I can. Because it's fun. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game. Hey, we got new peoples. I appreciate you guys. Got 16 seconds. Remember, the winner needs to DM me on Discord. I'm easy to find, and then I will give you the key after the stream is over. And there we go. Shall we pick a winner? Guess who? You won twice. Oops, sorry. Let me write that down so I don't forget. T-U-R-T. Guess way. It's the bot. Congratulations. All right. And one lucky guy. And in a moment, so we're going to watch the last trailer right quick, and then we will give away the Mural of Pain. For those of you who are not familiar with it, is the big mural that comes with the tea set that they gave away, that we had, that they sold. It's the Tai Chi. It's not very nice tea. It is not very nice tea. It's okay. Some people really like it. If you like it, more power to you. Not my cup of tea. But I'm dumb jing. But the mural is quite nice. Also, remember that you can build the mural for your friends. They don't have to have the mural for you to build it for them. You just got to have your build permissions. So, I've not tried the Water of Life stuff. I heard it's better. I have heard it's better. So we're going to do adding a thing. And some of you might remember this from back around launch. The Water of Life is the blue raspberry one. This one was the chai spice one that I've got the key for. I think it was better tasting. Hey, Red Panda. The Tai Chi's got a ton of caffeine in it. I appreciate you guys for popping in. I really hope they have time to do something. We need more like this. Just scenic shots. They did such an amazing job with the score. Serena did a walkthrough of some of the testing stations with music like this. And I keep telling myself I'm going to sit down and do some because the game is so beautiful. And if you were able to get the package that has the score, jobs do happen. I mean, employment's good. I get employment. But if you were able to get the package that has the expanded soundtrack with it, it is so worth it if you're into kind of this vibe. Just to sit and listen to all of it. And I think many of us, especially when we get our first Thopters, we fly around and do this. You know, just I wish I'd been able to get the album. It wasn't in my budget at the time. That is a very white Thopter right there. Is that supposed to be the Chome one? The album does look good. See, this was, you know, back right around launch. Wish listed. Wish listed. But I think it's important, you know, hold on. If I can find, go back there. Here we go. No, the new Swatch, I've got images of the new Swatch. I don't think it's quite that white. I have, but let's go ahead and give this last key away. Push the buttons. All right, are we ready for the mural? Hold on. This one's gonna be the shortest. This one for a minute. Okay, so start the giveaway. There we go. This one's for the last giveaway of the day. I do like the resplendent one. It looks so good on everything. It's only for the Thopters though. It doesn't go on like the buggy or anything like that. So it just makes me a little sad. But it makes sense that because I mean when we all leave the water shipper, you're like looking at that Thopter going, I want it. Now you can have it. So I like the fact that we're getting more of those bits that kind of show where you've been. You know, you finish this part of the game and here's a new mural because we get a new mural for finishing the Footsteps of the Fremen. Or colors or you know, there's 3 new swatches for still suits that I've seen so far. The armor skin thing for finishing the paranoid. We got the new lights, just little bits of things that's, you know, I've done that. I finished that. I achieved that. And those are nice. Those are nice. We should definitely have more of those. We should, but from what I understand, we should get them retro applied to the characters who have already done the stuff. That was what was explained to me in the PTC. So we should not have to make a new character and start over stuff that we've done, you know, 9 months ago, because that would be hellish. You know, they should apply retroactively. In the video I did say that there's stuff that I found that I didn't show because I'd like to leave a little surprise. Leave a little surprise. Oh lordy. That sent for an hour, not for a minute. All right. Shall we close the entries now? Okay. Okay. Time to close it. I know. Well, it's buttons. Shall we pick a winner? Let's pick a winner. Hey, Int, you have won the Mural of Pain. Let me write that down. It goes to Int. And I'll give you that as soon as we wrap up here, because that's what we do. The only other thing I was going to speculate on was story. So we know, if you haven't finished, sorry, spoilers, right? We know at the end of chapter 3, at the end of talking to the free traders, that with Xantera no longer acting as an intermediary and paying that tax or the bribe, that the Fremen are vulnerable. So I'm wondering if that's going to be our in to the Fremen, because they're going to need someone to set that up. We've also got the hooks still laid from before with Eine Hiller and the Red Scorpion, because I'm pretty sure that's both of those are their handler is Fenring. When it benefits Fenring to keep Arrakis off balance. So by having Eine Hiller kind of chip away a little bit at infrastructure, steal a buggy here, steal a bike there, and have the Red Scorpion keeping the Dune Men stirred up, so it creates problems for the labor's shortage that we know that we have, because it's mentioned Ingar Butte. They set up all of the stuff in the quarry testing station to help with a labor shortage. And that also links back to the Talaxu mucking around with whatever they're doing in the Carthage. So they just move their testing, they just move their lab. We do kill the Red Scorpion, but the whole labor movement, the whole Sandfly movement continues. Now, he was, we know he was a disgruntled Atreides, but the whole Sandfly movement is not just him as a leader. The movement will continue without him. And someone will step up and be in charge, and Fenring will step in. And because he mentions he's the hand, right? With the messages to Eine Hiller, there's the hand, Ilara calls herself, we are the hand of whatever it was. So that's my suspicion, that it's Fenring is the one keeping stuff stirred to keep either house from to be able to kind of get their footing evenly. Testing station 197 is the one in south. The deserters are in testing station 10, and that's Eine Hiller, and she's got a handler who sounds a lot like Fenring, who tells her what to do. Okay. The ringleader in 197. 197 is the one in the Gap, right? This one in the South Gap. We know they're linked to the water shippers. They steal that big block of ice from the water shippers, which will be Lingar Butte. So, yeah. And hence the whole thing with the mercenaries, and that all links back to Lingar Butte and the ice thing. So there's a whole lot of layers. There's a whole lot of hooks for story for different directions that all interconnect. I mean, we've seen the slaver stillsuit looks a lot like it belongs in the polar caps. Looks like it's got like a wool thing. Yeah, if you go into we're told to kill a lot of people. A lot of us are killing a lot of people. So we have a lot of story hooks laid out. So I think the main story will continue in the Polar Cap. With Lingard Butte, with more abominations, because why not? And water. We also have the hook into, again, with the Fremen, who's going to play the bribe, because that was Santera. He's no longer there to do it. It makes sense that that could be a hook for us to get into working with. I don't know. We can only speculate at this point. Okay. So here we are, coming up on 2 hours. Many thanks to everybody who was able to come out and sit and listen and chat with us. Many thanks to all the new followers. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your keys. Remember, if you got a key, DM me on Discord and I will give it to you probably the next half hour or so. I'm trying to think. You got my Discord, ! Discord. Many of you already know how to find me. Merch. You guys know I have merch and things like the Spice Cup and these things. My son designed those for me. And I think that's all I've got right now. Yeah, that's all I got right now. So this is a good place to wrap it up. I hope to be back next week, and maybe the week after. We'll have to see how everything's going. Sometimes, life happens. Stuff happens. But I will catch all of you later. Many thanks for everybody coming out, and y'all have a good one. Let me find the button so I can end this. Buttons!